It's Class 2, District 9 baseball from Crocker on 102.3 FM. Our games brought to you by Justice Electric, Hard Times Grill, Iberia High School, Town and Country Supermarkets, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland, Post Pond, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Iberia Auto Supply, Heritage Bank of Plato, the Richland R4 School District, Show Me Pest Control, Big Johnson's Power Washing, Town and Country Bank of Licking, Lakeway R5 Schools, the Bank of Crocker, Pennyroyal Antiques, and Fraker Funeral Home. Let's play ball in Crocker with the Class 2 District 9 Tournament.
And once again, welcome back here to Crocker High School as we're actually getting going here. First pitch to Blake Holloway of the Plato Eagles. He's fouled off to the right and now to play for strike one. So Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. No time for a pregame. How about game time? Our second semifinal, the Class 2 District 9 baseball tournament. It's Adam Newton for the Crocker Lions. Fires another one in, the 0-2. Also going foul. We'll stay right where we're at. So we know one of the teams in the district championship games tomorrow. That'll be the Iberia Rangers. They qualify with a 10-0 win over Lakeway earlier today. But we'll see who advances here. Crocker, the 2 seed, playing the home team, of course, on their home field. They would have been the visitors, though, had they been the lower seed. That not the case, however, so no need to worry about it. As Adam Newton fires the 0-2 win, way up high, 1-2. Of course, Plato, the 3. We'll go over these two teams in a moment, but get you your starting lineups as well. So Newton comes set to the windup for the 1-2 pitch now. Swing, ground ball, left side, but foul. Holloway stays alive once more. Blake Holloway batting leadoff. He'll be playing catcher today. Batting second will be your shortstop and Ryan Steinbrink. Man on the mound will be batting third. That's Graham Todd. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Lane Johnson. Batting fifth, left fielder Carson Garrett. Batting sixth, third baseman Hayden Pinkston. Next 1-2 on its way. Again, too high, 2-2. Batting seventh, second baseman Tanner Atterbury. Batting eighth, right fielder Andrew Woodruff. And batting ninth, that's your center fielder. It'll be Cole Waters. 2-2 now. Here's a swing, popped it up. Over the top. Off the concrete. And again, Holloway stays alive. First pitch, first at-bat of the game. Newton already having to throw several pitches. Holloway trying to get the better of him here. The next 2-strike pitch. Comebacker to the mound. Newton giving chase. It actually gets by him. Throw to first, not in time. And that's going to be an infield single. Put it just out of the reach of Newton. So Blake Holloway will lead this game off here for Plato with a leadoff single. Plato, who defeated number 6 seed Newburgh on Saturday to get to this spot. Trying to overcome Crocker for the first time this season. Remember, we talked about it. Obviously, members of the Frisco Elite, they've played each other already. It was Crocker getting the better of Plato that time round. 9-2 first time these two teams met. It's the first pitch here to Ryan Steinbrink, squaring up to bunt, pulls it back, pitch misses low, and Holloway does advance. Holloway taking off with the pitch. He'll advance on the pass ball as it gets on by. So a 1-0 count here to the shortstop, Steinbrink. Steinbrink again squaring up. He'll lay one down the first base line. Coming up on it is first baseman Jesse Goldsmith. He applies the tag. But the runner does advance to third. Throw comes in. But Holloway's back to the bag here. So, sacrifice works. Steinbrink is tagged out between home plate and first base. Don't see that all too often. But it'll be a 3 unassisted sacrifice. And with that runner on third, perhaps our first run coming early in this game. Here's pitcher Graham Todd. Again, we'll get you Crocker's lineup when we get to the bottom of the first. Go ahead and get you your defensive arrangement, though, as the first pitch misses, ball 1. Adam Newton on the mound, behind the plate, Tyler Bush. First baseman today, Jesse Goldsmith. Second baseman, Eli Harrison. Jackson Burney holding it down at short. Landon Pierce at third, 1-0. Here's a ground ball over to short. Might they try to go home with it? Actually, just going to need to go over to first, but that throw sails high of the first baseman, Goldsmith. Run scores. Here comes the throw to second. That one sails in the left field, and that means that Todd is going to be safe over at second. It'll be 2 errors on the play. But Holloway scores from third, and Plato takes a quick 1-0 lead here in the first. 2 errors in 1 play. First of all, an error over on short, over on Bernie to allow Todd to reach base. And then an error on the first baseman Goldsmith to allow Todd to reach second. So 1 out, man on second. First pitch here to Lane Johnson. Had him way out in front, strike 1. Again, 9-2. Crocker was able to pick up the win the first time, but Plato not messing around. Getting on the board. Top of the first. Here's a line drive sent out towards center. That one gets through. If they try to send Todd around from third, they're going to look for it. Ball's picked up out in center. It's not going to be there in time, and Plato takes a 2-0 lead. So 4 batters, 2 runs here for the Eagles, who again are on a winning streak. They've got 2 runs. Top of the first, Lane Johnson picking up the RBI single. And before we get to Carson Garrett, we're going to have ourselves a visit to the mound. Again, I mentioned Plato. Plato, they've had a bit of an interesting season, to say the least. It's been a season full of streaks for them there. We saw them once during the regular season. That was when they were at Dixon. Obviously, Dixon, Class 3 baseball, did make their Class 3 district final. Still waiting a result from the other game in that district, but as I'm trying to navigate Mish's website, do give me just 1 moment. Apologies there. They're on a 5-game winning streak. The Eagles wins over Lakeway, Stoutland, Richland, Kabul, and then an 11-0 win against Newburgh in the first round of this tournament. So this is a Plato team that's really playing well here at the moment. Before that, losses to Licking and Dixon. But obviously Licking and Dixon, very, very good ball clubs in their own right. So Crocker's going to have to be at their best here today, despite holding the 2 wins over the Eagles in the regular season. So far, that's not been the case. So our visit going to come to a close here. And with Johnson over at first, it's left fielder Carson Garrett now settling in. Garrett, who made a pitching appearance on Saturday alongside 3 other Eagles. Eagles definitely holding on to their pitchers, thinking that game was going to be on Monday. Obviously, the weather changed that. Kind of preserved it a little bit. First offering now to Carson Garrett. Fastball, breaking ball in at the knees. Strike 1. On deck, Hayden Pinkston. He started that Saturday game. Pitched 2 innings in what was a 5-run game. A 5-inning game, I should say. Fly ball sent out towards center field. Underneath it is Logan Smith. Makes the catch. 4 out, number 2. So Garrett flies out to center, and that brings us to the left-handed hitting, Hayden Pinkston. Runner over on first, in Johnson. Pinkston settles in here. By the way, Plato's overall record, I mentioned their streaks, didn't even mention their overall record, 11-13. I think I mentioned on Saturday, you win the tournament, you're back to 500. Does remind me of another team during basketball season in Iberia. The Iberia girls team getting back to 500 through winning their district tournament. That's why district baseball is such a fun thing. Everybody's got a shot. Next pitch, running inside and hitting him. Saw plenty of hit by pitches in the first game today between Iberia and Lakeway. And it didn't take us long to get our first here. So Pinkston will take over first. Johnson advances to second. Bringing us to second baseman Tanner Atterbury. Atterbury going to get a chance here, batting from the right-hand side. Runner in scoring position. First pitch, swinging away. Pop-up. This one's not going to leave the infield. Underneath, second baseman Eli Harrison makes the catch and ends the inning. But Plato can apply a little bit of early pressure here on Crocker as they come across with 2 runs here in this top of the first. 2 runs coming up here on 2 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 runners left over on base. So that'll take us into the bottom of the first. We'll see if Crocker responds back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Class 2 District 9 Baseball right here, Z102.3.
The old timers say we don't know what hard times are. We say, yeah, we do. It's in downtown Iberia. It's the Hard Times Grill with great specials offering up down home cooking. From burgers with all the fixins to tenderloin sandwiches to dinners including flat iron steaks and catfish. There's appetizers, salads, and there's a large kids menu too. It's hometown cooking each and every day the doors are open, which are normally at 11 a.m. Hard Times Grill, 302 North St. Louis Street in downtown Iberia. Hard times in this day and age is someplace you want to go in Iberia. Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Bottom of the first incoming here at Crocker High School. Just next to Crocker High School, that is, as we have ourselves a 2-0 ball game. Plato coming through with a couple runs in the top half of the inning. Plato a bit of the underdog here in this one, but wasting no time, taking advantage of 2 Crocker errors. Help them find 1 earned run, 1 unearned, and take the lead here. But it is going to be top of the order, of course, here in the first. Bernie, Anderson, Newton, all set to take their cuts here in this one. Starting pitcher, Graham Todd. As we go through your Crocker batting order here, Jackson Burney playing short, batting leadoff, batting second, the right fielder Eli Anderson, batting third is the pitcher Adam Newton. We've covered them already, but how about batting fourth? That's your third baseman Landon Pierce, batting fifth, the designated hitter Tripp Caldwell, batting sixth, first baseman Jesse Goldsmith, batting seventh, the catcher Tyler Bush, batting eighth, left fielder Colin Braslin, batting ninth, second baseman Eli Harrison. You notice a designated hitter in that lineup, Logan Smith playing center field, but not hitting here today. First pitch from Graham Todd delivered to Jackson Burney. It's a fastball in at the knees, 4-1. Have stats for Crocker, so we're going to use them. As Burney watches one up high for ball 1. Big ups to the Crocker Lions, head coach Alex Shelton for providing me with the stats today. Burney batting at .353 this season. Swing, ground ball over to third. Pinkston has it, throw across the diamond is a little high, but Johnson comes down with it and applies the tag for out number 1. Had to apply the tag, but able to save it on the throw that sailed a little bit high. Johnson a big dude over there, but even he has to jump up sometimes. And with Burney gone, 5-3, here's right fielder Eli Anderson. Several Iberia faithful sticking around, it looks like, to see and do a little scouting. First pitch here to Anderson. Misses high. It's ball 1. Anderson batting at .333. So the 1-0 is popped up. Drifting toward foul territory. Might actually be right next to us. Yep. Into the stance. Right behind me. 1-1. Anderson, he's got himself a double, 15 base hits on the season, 14 of which were singles. Also 11 RBIs. 4 strikeouts on the season as well. Facing a 1-1 count though. Todd fires another one in. Here's a swing and a fly ball sent out toward right. Underneath it, right fielder Andrew Woodruff, who makes the catch. Reporting out number 2. First 2 are down now for Crocker. Ground out, fly out. And here comes pitcher Adam Newton. Both pitchers occupying the 3 slot tonight. Graham Todd for Plato. And now Adam Newton here for Crocker. We'll see what he can do. Takes a first pitch that misses the zone. 1-0. Next offering here. Here's a hard hit line drive, but right at the right fielder. Woodruff going to leap up and make the grab. 4 out, number 3. So Woodruff almost overran that one, but able to make the grab and end the inning as Crocker goes 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first, which means we're heading into the second with a 2-0 Plato lead back in 60 seconds. Class 2 District 9 baseball, Z102.3.
Students come and students go. Some start at the elementary level and continue in the same district until graduation. Others move in, some move out for a variety of reasons, but usually it's the parent's job that facilitates a family's move. Whatever the reason, the Iberia School District welcomes all students. At Iberia, students get the best possible education from a staff of dedicated teachers, coaches, and an administration that cares about the product they send out every May at graduation. Whether it's continuing their education in the military or the 9-to-5 world, the Iberia School District is proud of their Rangers and Lady Rangers.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
A new inning number 2 here for you. 2-0 our score. Plato out in front of this one after Plato plates a couple of runs in the first inning. They'll get another chance at it here. Adam Newton looking to calm things down and keep the Eagles right where they're at. Connor Harbin here with you, Z102.3, 8, 9, and 1 coming up here for the Eagles in this half inning. Starting with the man who recorded 2 putouts in inning number 1, it's Andrew Woodruff. Waters, Hallway, all set to hit. So Woodruff stands in, left-hand side of the plate. First offering, going to be swung on and missed. It's strike 1. Newton, left-handed thrower. 0-1 now, too high. 1-1. Definitely has good speed on his pitches. Plato going to need to do their best here to see it out of the hand as the 1-1 finds strike at the knees for strike 2. Two strikes here. Newton trying to pick up the first strikeout of the game for either side. Here is that 2-strike pitch. Swung on, miss. There it is. It's strike 3. So Newton recording a quick out here. Swinging strikeout. And with Woodruff put away, here's Cole Waters. Waters, center fielder. Batting from the right-hand side. Wiggling the bat, squaring up to bunt. Makes contact, bunts it foul. It's strike 1. Blake Holloway on deck as he'll actually leave the on-deck circle to run down that foul ball. Waters, a senior. Batting 9, playing 8. 0-1 coming in. Just a bit high. Ball 1. Crocker 16-6 on the season. Let's get you Adam Newton's pitching numbers on the year. He is their number 1 guy. Not holding anything back here. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Newton holding a 7-2 record on the season. He's pitched in 12 games. Don't have an indication on how many of those were starts. Assume most of them are. So here's a swing and a foul ball sent off toward the right. And off a car. You can always tell. 1, you can hear it. And 2, you're going to get a collective groan from the audience. That one definitely caught one. 2-strike pitch. Too high. 2-2. So again, Newton, he's appeared in 12 games. He's pitched 57 1/3 innings this year. He's given up 62 hits, 37 runs, 22 of them earned. 70 strikeouts on 12 walks. That's something to look at there. Just over 5 strikeouts for every walk. 1 strikeout today. No walks just yet. Did hit 1 batter. So the count remains 2-2. Another foul ball. 55 of those strikeouts have been swinging. Looking for strikeout number 2 here in this game is Newton as he fires another one in. But it's going to be a line drive sent out toward left instead. That'll be a base hit. So Waters coming through in the 9 slot. So he records Plato's 3rd base hit here today. Bringing us back to the top of the order here, Blake Holloway. Holloway got things started with a base hit. That was back in the first. Reached second on a pass ball, came around to score. It's being moved over to third on a sacrifice. Reached on a play that ultimately would have scored him anyway. But ended up being a couple errors picked up by Crocker. At least I think he might have scored on the play. Actually, that's kind of a what if. Crocker definitely intending to go home with it on the ground ball, but the ball was bobbled. They had to change their mind, throw over to first, and that's when the funny business started. But Holloway's back, 1 for 1. First pitch here, Holloway going to lay down a bunt down the first base line. Newton coming after it. Throw to first, to the outside of the line. Goldsmith's there to make the catch and record the out. Meanwhile, though, Waters does move on over to third. So it does go down as a sacrifice here for Holloway. 1-3, the put out. And settling in now here, Ryan Steinbrink. Steinbrink laid down a sacrifice himself the first time through. He's tagged out by the first baseman Goldsmith. Actually a very similar situation, but here's a pitch that gets by the catcher. Gets through the legs of Bush. Waters moves over to third. Plato perhaps threatening to score another. Actually going on as a wild pitch, I said between the legs. It was low and inside. So that one will be on Newton here. That runner stands 90 feet away here with 2 outs. Honestly, Crocker on any play, focusing on that play at first. Here's the ball. Ground ball. Third base side and foul, 1-1. They've got some advanced stats on here. Kind of digging through here. Again, don't get stats all too often. This one I do, I kind of nerd out. Newton's got a 2.69 ERA, by the way. There's starts. Here's a foul ball right over the top of our heads. Still 1-2. 11 of his 12 appearances have been starts. There you go. 3 complete games. No shutouts, though. Very interesting to note. He's always given up at least 1 run. Obviously not going to find a shutout here tonight. But he is their number 1 guy. 1-2. Swing, line drive back to the mound, and it's caught here by Newton. A weak line drive, but Newton able to twist his body back around and make the catch. Ending the inning and leaving that runner stranded over on third. So nothing doing here for Plato in the second. They do find themselves a base hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. So, bottom of the second coming up here. Plato still leads this one. It's 2-0. Back in 60. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, yes, but also Class 2 District 9 Baseball. Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these 2 schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Bottom of the second here in Crocker, 2-0 our score. Plato leads Crocker here in this district semifinal, Class 2 District 9. Plato getting their work done in the first, but Crocker back to the plate here in the second as the first offering 2. Landon Pierce drops in for strike 1. Crocker putting bat to ball in the first, but going down in order, 1-2-3. Next pitch on the way also finds its mark. Make it 0-2. So Pierce down in a deep hole here, going to need to protect the plate. Batting at .444. Number 44, so here's a weak ground ball over to short. Picked up by Steinbrink, throw to first in time. That's out number 1.
Up next, number 4, Trip Caldwell.
Seem to have cut myself. As we see Pierce retired 6-3, bringing us to designated hitter Trip Caldwell. Somehow I've cut my thumb. We carry lots of things, but not a Band-Aid. Next pitch here, first pitch to Caldwell. Misses, ball 1. Caldwell at the plate. Batting .322 for the year. 1-0 missing outside, ball 2. That is 19 hits and 59 at-bats this year. 15 singles, 4 doubles. Taking a pitch right down the pipe, strike 1. It's not feel good, I'll tell you that. Two and 1 count, 1 away. Next one, way high, ball 3. Getting Graham Todd on the mound for the Eagles. No strikeouts, no walks given up just yet, but in danger here. Hitters count, 3-1. Todd from the windup, the offering. Line drive, over toward short, into left field, base hit. So there is your first base runner here for the Lions, is Caldwell. Will round first. He's got himself a 1-out single.
Up next, 22, Jesse.
Caldwell aboard. Here's first baseman Jesse Goldsmith. Goldsmith steps into the plate on again a rather nice Wednesday evening. Temperature's starting to dip a bit. The wind still blowing ever so softly. Very, very nice. I know I was kind of complaining at the outset of today. I don't know why I was, to be honest with you. It's become just a very nice evening overall. 1-0 count here. First pitch in the dirt. As Caldwell takes the lead over on first, about 3 steps. Hopping back and forth. Todd a couple checks over his shoulder. Now delivers. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I am not a hot weather individual. There's a reason why basketball was always my favorite sport. Not only is it a winter sport, obviously you're indoors as well. 1-1 pitch, gonna miss low once more, 2-1. So we get time called here. Umpire stepping forward, but now stepping back. So he'll settle in. 2-1, runner on first, 1 out. Pickoff throw, but Caldwell back. Goldsmith, batting .163, 8 hits, 49 at-bats. Does have a triple. 7 singles, 1 triple on the year. Next pitch, soft ground ball back toward the mound. That'll at least advance the runner. So Todd runs it down and flips it to first. It'll be a 1-3, but Caldwell now stands in scoring position if Tyler Bush can find some open space, perhaps in the outfield. We'll have a visit here between catcher and pitcher before Bush settles in. Bush batting .259. Most of his hits this season have been singles. Does have 1 double to his name. Gonna kind of need to find double territory here. So need to get to the outfield, or at least keep the line moving. Don't have to be a hero here. But if you want to score here, that'd be the way to do it. First pitch, low in the dirt, ball 1. Again, there are 2 outs, so only a hit will suffice. And here's a swing, fly ball out toward right. Underneath it is Woodruff, who makes the play and ends the inning. So, despite Crocker getting on the board, but into the third. We go top of the third with Plato leading Crocker 2-0. Back in 60, you're listening to the Class 2 District 9 tournament, Z102.3.
Town & Country Supermarket is proud of the products and services and savings families like eClub. Sign up today and keep up to date on special promotions and events. Log on to tcmarkets.com and find every store's weekly ads right at your fingertips. Print off coupons to save even more money. Check them out on Facebook. Browse recipes too. Town & Country Supermarket is proud of the area youth and proud to be a part of their communities.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
A new inning? How about the third inning? 2-0 our score.
Leading off the top of the third inning for the Eagles.
Plato leading Crocker here in this one as Plato returns to the plate. Middle of the lineup, 3, 4, 5. All set to hit here in this half inning. Again, Adam Newton back onto the mound for his third inning. As Todd settles in here for the second time. 2 first names. It's only confused me a couple times this season. First offering to the pitcher is delivered for strike 1. Plato always giving me their lineup cards. First name last name first. So if you're not paying attention, looks like Todd Graham. In fact, the first time I saw him, Todd on the mound, of course, I did write him in. My lineup card is Todd Graham. Had to scribble it out as a whole deal. 1-1, missing high, 2-1 now. It's Todd 0 for 1 in today's game. Reached on an error his first time up. Later came around to be one of those 2 runs. Getting that 2-run top of the first, making all the difference in this one. Swinging a miss on the 2-1. Newton blowing it right by him. And it's 2-2. Newton looking for that second strikeout here today. 1 strikeout, 1 hit by pitch. Here's the pitch, swung on, miss. There is strike 3. So Newton gets the better of Todd this time. Records a second strikeout, bringing us to first baseman Lane Johnson. Johnson an RBI single, so he's 1 for 1 today's game. Stands in once more as Newton delivers the first pitch. Looking for the lower half of the zone. Missed it, though. 1-0. Next pitch on the way. Slowed it down a bit. Almost had Johnson out in front of it, but he fouls it off for strike 1. Good fastball sets up the breaking ball. And I'll tell you, Newton is capable of pulling a string. The difference between his curve and his fastball is quite striking. Back to the fastball, but here's a hard hit line drive out in the left. That's going to be played on a hop for another base hit. Johnson going to jog down the line to first. He'll take his single. Second of the game. Bringing us to Carson Garrett. Johnson seeing the ball well today, it seems. As Garrett steps in, a man working on an 0 for 1 game. And he flew out to center. Newton taking his time, finally finding the sign he likes. Looking over to first, pickoff throw. Low, but nicely dug out, though, by Goldsmith over there. As Johnson gets back. Johnson not the fastest guy on the team. But he does draw quite a bit of pickoff throws. On Saturday, we saw Newberg throw over several times. Next pitch here to Garrett. That one's going to be grounded over to third. They're going to go to second for 1. Throw over to first, not in time. It'll be a fielder's choice. So Johnson thrown out over at second. Garrett makes his way aboard. He'll just take Johnson's place now with 2 away. Here's Hayden Pinkston. Pinkston got himself the free pass. He was hit by a pitch first time. Facing an 0-1 count, took one off the shoulder. First pitch here, taken, strike 1. Pinkston crowding the inside half of the batter's box. Again, a left-handed batter, lefty v lefty matchup. Another pickoff throw. Checking all over on Garrett, but he's back. And we'll wait that 0-1. Top of the 7 o'clock hour now. Glad you could join me. This ball game starting about 6:20 or so. So about 40 minutes old. 0-1 now. It's a fastball. Blew it right by him. 0-2. Got started really early today for our first game, so just a little bit ahead of time. Not too much. First game taking about 2.5 hours when it's all said and done. Another pickoff throw to Garrett. But again, he gets back. It's an 0-2 count still. Newton looking for that third strikeout. Does he have it here? The 0-2. Up high, ball one. Meanwhile, throw down to second is not going to be there. So Garrett picks up the stolen base. He stands in scoring position now. 1-2 count here on Pinkston. If Pinkston can find some space, might be able to extend upon this 2-0 lead. Plato 4 hits in the ball game. They lead in that department. 4 hits to 1. Now time called at the plate as Pinkston steps out. District championship game tomorrow. Don't forget, we'll also have that one for you. 5 o'clock tomorrow. I believe that was a change from what it was supposed to be. Here's the pitch, swung on, miss, strike 3, ending the inning. So the single ends up coming up for nothing here for Plato in the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left over on second base. So bottom of the third coming up here. Crocker still waiting for their first run. They need them. They trail Plato 2-0 back in 60 seconds. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Tournament, Z102.3.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Parts City. Don't miss out on Clean Car Month at your Parts City Auto Parts store, Iberia Auto Supply. Exterior cleaning and detailing products provide professional quality results and provides a quality shine for your vehicle. Right now, pick up Pro X1 Snow Foam Car Wash, 2 for $15. Get the details at your Parts City Auto Parts, Iberia Auto Supply on Highway 17 in the heart of Iberia. Parts City. Yeah, Parts City.
Parts City. Bottom of the third. Again, 2-0 our score. Crocker back to the plate, though, trying to find their way back into this one. So far, it's been the underseed, the 3 seed, getting the better of the 2 here. It's the first pitch to Colin Braslin. Is taken, called strike 1. Connor Harbert here with you today, Z102.3. Plato, those 2 runs in the top of the first. They're the difference maker in this one, as the 0-1 just barely misses the zone there. The breaking ball, 1-1. Next pitch, swung on, flown out to right. Underneath, Woodruff makes another play. Out number 1. Woodruff getting a workout over there today. Or at least he's getting lots of playing time. Hasn't really had to track very much for these balls. That's his 4th putout of the game. So, leadoff batter away. Colin Braslin put out to right. Now here's Eli Harrison. Batting from the 9 slot, second baseman. First pitch missing low and away, ball 1. 1-0 now. Back to the fastball is Todd. Finds the upper left corner. Strike 1. Harrison batting 146 this year. Swing and miss at the 1-1 for strike 2. Harrison in danger here. Needing to protect that plate. Todd still looking for his first strikeout. He's been able to rely upon his defense today. Still no errors committed by Plato. 1-2. Delivered in. Low and away. Ball 2. Ground out, fly out, ground out, single, ground out, fly out, fly out. All those flyouts to right, by the way. Next pitch delivered by Todd. Too low, ball 3. For the first time in this ball game, we'll have ourselves a full count. That single, the only base runner today for the Lions. Left stranded over on second, 3-2. Swung on, miss, strike three. Ball was dropped, throw will go down to first. Nope. Thought it was dropped, or thought it hopped the plate. Guess it didn't, my bad. It'll just go down as a straight strikeout here. Did immediately turn back to the dugout, so would have been called out anyway. And we'll go back to the top of the order now. Here's Jackson Burney. Eyes playing tricks on me, I suppose. As we come back to the top here, Todd now with his first strikeout. First pitch to Burney. Outside, ball one. Burney started out Crocker's bottom of the first with a ground out to third. His second trip to the plate here in inning number 3. 1-0, breaking ball, misses, 2-0. Eli Anderson on deck here. If Burney manages to get aboard, 2-0, missing high, 3-0. Burney way ahead in the count. We'll see if he takes the next pitch. Todd, fastball down the middle, strike one. Three balls, one strike, still a hitter's count. Can afford to be picky, but looking for one you like. The pitch, line drive, right back up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit. Burney rounding first. He is on.
Next, 27, Eli Anderson.
And we'll see if Crocker can keep the 2-out rally going here. Here's Eli Anderson. Anderson is one of those flyouts to right. Skied one out to Woodruff. Getting a second crack at it here. Burney a sizable lead over on first. He's taken off for second. Pitch is high, throw down to second, not in time. Throw might have actually been there in time, but tag was late. And Burney has the stolen base. 1-0 count at the plate. Again, that pitch was a little high. Good spot for the throw down to second. Burney continues to hop around over at second. Next pitch, taken, strike one. Fly out, strikeout to begin the inning. Anderson looks to keep the inning alive here. Here's a swing. Fly ball, shallow right. Who's going to call it out there? Nobody. It lands in between three of them. Meanwhile, Burney scores. So Burney, who took off, of course, with 2 outs, you're just straight up sprinting. He's going to take advantage of that. That won't go down as an error, but it might as well be. That ball was definitely in a playable area, but it landed between Johnson, Atterbury, and Woodruff. Nobody wanted to call it. It'll be an RBI single for Eli Anderson. Crocker cutting the lead here, 2-1. So Crocker a chance here, tying runs on the base paths. First pitch offered up to Adam Newton's taken for strike one. For Anderson, that's his 12th RBI this season. 0-1 on the way, taking off for second is Anderson. Slides in, ball goes out to center field. Not deep enough to advance him any further, but he does have the stolen base. Second stolen base of the inning now for Crocker. Scoring position now. Again, that's your tying run. Still plenty of baseball left to be had, but always better now than never. Next pitch, inside on the 0-2, 1-2. Newton flew up to right to end the first. So he's 0 for 1. Tawn a couple looks back over his shoulder. Now going to make the pickoff throw. Anderson back though. One-two count. The pitch. Ground ball back up the middle into center field. Base hit. They're going to send Anderson around third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. Crocker ties this one up with an RBI single. So what would have been Out number 3 ends up severely costing Plato here again. Does not go down as an error. But that's giving Crocker new life. We've got a new ball game here in the bottom of the third, 2-2, with Adam Newton standing over on second. He'll get credit for the single, advancing to second on the throw. But the 2-out rally has come through for Crocker. So before we get here to Lane and Pierce, we've got a visit to the mound. So again, I remind you, championship game tomorrow, 5 p.m. We will have it for you, Z102.3, no matter who's playing. It was originally scheduled for 6, I do believe, but they pushed it up an hour as part of the whole rain delay, kind of rain cancellations thing. So just keep that in mind. 4:45 pregame, hopefully pregame. Might start early, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on things. Kind of caught me by surprise today, I'll tell you what. But tune in around 4:45 for the start of that Class 2 District 9 championship game. We know Iberia is going to be there tomorrow. Who's going to join them? So Newton now standing over on second. Here is Landon Pierce taking a first pitch strike. Ball 1-1. 0-1 here to Pierce. See, skies one to the right. Woodruff coming up on it, making the catch, and ending the inning. So ultimately, this inning ends with a fly out to right, but not before Crocker's able to pick up 3 straight singles, facing a 2-out scenario. Those 3 singles enough to score 2 runs and tie this game back up. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on the base paths. Into the 4th inning we go. Tied back up, 2-2 apiece. Crocker Plato, you're listening to the Class 2 District 9 tournament, Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, I'm Gina Hillhouse with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. We are committed to our neighbors. When you bank locally, our local dollars are invested in our local communities with local lenders and local decisions. With locations in Camdenton, Plato, and Lebanon at Heritage Bank, we are genuinely neighbor-serving neighbors. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How about the top of the 4th for you here in Crocker? We've got a whole new ball game. These next 4 innings going to decide a winner here tonight as Crocker picks up 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to bring it back again to 2-2. But Plato will be the first ones up here in this half inning. Tanner Atterbury settles in here, 7, 8, and 9. Atterbury, Woodruff, and Waters looking to get things back going here for the Eagles and help them retake the lead. Adam Newton back on the mound here. 4th inning of work as the first pitch here to Tanner Atterbury is a line drive right side. That lands caught for out number 1. Or did it? Was it caught? No, it wasn't. Apologies. Came down. Like I said, can't really see out there, but it's going to be a leadoff single here for Tanner Atterbury. Kind of buried the lead a little bit. I was going to say, the way that ball came off the bat would have been a heck of a run for Eli Anderson to catch that ball out there. And it looks like that was the case. He wasn't able to run it down. So, potential go-ahead run on the base pass over on first. Andrew Woodruff comes back to the plate. Woodruff, a strikeout victim last time up as we get a pickoff throw to first. Atterbury back. Woodruff struck out swinging. One of 3 strikeouts today for Newton. He's working on a 3 strikeout, no walk, 1 hit by pitch game. First pitch here, high and inside. Brushing Woodruff a bit, back off the plate, who was squaring up to bunt here, so potentially laying down a sacrifice. Counts a 1-0. Plato's already laid down 2 sacrifices in this game. No strangers to it. As he'll square up to bunt again, pitch again missing high, 2-0. Newton able to center the pitch that time, but still keeping it high. Behind in the count. Small lead for Atterbury over there as the next one misses low, gets away. But Atterbury, who's not taking the largest lead out there, he's going to stay put. He's got about a one-step lead over there. Again, a left-handed thrower on the mound in Newton, so can't really afford to get too much of a jump out there. 3-0 pitch delivered, catches the under half, strike one. Much easier for a left-handed thrower, obviously, to make that throw to first. It's one of the advantages those pitchers have. 3-1. Inside this time. Brought it too far inside, and that's ball four. First walk given up today by Newton. And that go-ahead run now stands over on second here for center fielder Cole Waters. First and second to be precise as Waters settles in. Waters 1 for 1. Found a single his first time up. See if he perhaps lays down a sacrifice. Crocker certainly playing like they think he might. We've got Pierce over at third, standing on the edge of the grass. We'll see if he offers up a bunt here. Still waiting on that first pitch. Newton pitching from the stretch, of course. Coming set. The pitch. Yep, Waters squaring up to bunt, but misses. And it's 0-1. Successful bunt here. Moves runners to second and third. Only one out. That, of course, assuming the throw is made over to first. In a game like this, every run might count. And 0-1 here. Next pitch. Waters again squares up. Bunts one. Foul. Third base side. He'll have to swing away, facing a 2-strike count. You know, Waters is capable of getting that bat around. Again, had himself a single last time up. But going to have to protect the plate here, as they'll still have Pierce standing on the edge of the grass. Not quite as far as he was, but still perhaps preparing for a quick ground ball. Field it quick enough, you can take it back to the bag. Pickoff throw. Well, threatened to pickoff throw over towards second. Still waiting for the 0-2. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. Read them off in the first game. Might do it again here tonight. That includes Justice Electric. And, of course, Missouri. Not just the state of Missouri, but Misha. Here's a hard hit line drive over to third. Is that ball caught? And he'll say no as they make the throw to second to get the force out. Home plate umpire says that ball was not caught. We know they'll get at least one out here, but they're going to say, well, we're going to get together and talk about it. What's the call here? So we're going to get the clipboard thrown here. Got some heat. So, the out's definitely going to be over at second. That's a force no matter what. Whoever you get, whether you get the guy trying to move over to second or the guy trying to retrieve back to second. The question is it 1 out or 2? Do you get the lead runner, Atterbury, or do you just get Woodruff? Our two officials talking about it here, our two umpires with head coach Alex Shelton of the Lions. But it looks like his argument's going to fall on deaf ears here. So it'll be runners at the corners and 1 out. And so let's get back to it here. Waters on first. Atterbury on third. And again, Woodruff thrown out between first and second. Waters will get credit for the fielder's choice. And I couldn't tell you if that ball was caught or not. You see where the argument was made, but I couldn't be sure for sure. It's time's called at the plate here. Again, Blake Holloway at the plate. Last time up, he laid down a sacrifice. So he is 1 for 1 in today's game. Game's first batter ripped off a single. Later came around to score. Looked like he might have been squaring up to bunt, but watches it go by for strike one. Might be laying down the safety squeeze. Atterbury not taking off with the pitch there. So an 0-1 count. Next one on the way. Swinging away. Fly ball right side, but I think it's going foul. So Newton trying to keep this one a tie ball game here. Needs a way to keep Atterbury from coming home from third. There's a couple ways you can do that, obviously. Pop up, able to watch the runner back to third, and of course double play gets you out of the inning. So there's multiple ways you can limit the damage, or keep the damage, I guess. So here's a pickoff throw. They got him. They got him in a rundown here, but you got to watch Atterbury as he moves between second and third. Here's a throw to third. They've got him in a rundown now. That's exactly what they wanted here. Throw to home plate. As Atterbury tries to retreat, he's going to be tagged out. They will now throw to second. Did they get him too? Yeah, did they? No call. No call. Safe. And so the inning will continue, but so it was a nice pickoff move there from Newton to catch Waters between first and second. But then Goldsmith, who had that ball, constantly watching between third and home plate. So we're going to get another discussion here between Coach Shelton and the umpire about whether the tag was applied at second. Again, I couldn't tell you. My view was blocked by the catcher. Not going to win. Well, now we're going to get all of our umpires together. So, it's going to be 2 outs. That much we know. Is the inning over? Or do we continue on here with a runner on second? 0-2 count. Holloway at the plate. Of course, this is district baseball, so you know. And it's worth making sure. Get your money's worth. Make sure that you give your team the best chance to win. Of course, the Crocker faithful to my left, of which there are many, obviously, this being a quasi-home game for them. Not happy with the call. Not happy with the previous line drive call either. It's been a very contentious top of the fourth. Say, well, we've got some time here. Gonna remind you, district championship game tomorrow, but make sure to stay tuned. Not sure of what we're quite doing yet past the district's point. Still waiting on news from the top, whether we might be continuing on into sectionals or not with whoever wins this Class 2 District 9 tournament. So just make sure you stay tuned. Of course, sports, 7 a.m., noon, 5 p.m., over on 97.9 The Source. Meanwhile, over on 97.9, Cardinals might be playing. Let's get a Cardinals score check for you. I don't do it too often, but discussion continues. We've got time here. 1-0, top of the third. Cardinals lead. Of course, the Cardinals losing last night, but still playing better than they were. As Coach Shelton will retreat back to the dugout here. We'll get back going. So, again, Cardinals baseball, if you're looking for that today. It is still going on over there. 97.9. Maybe flip back between the two or find 2 radios and put us both on. I'll compete. I'll get your attention. I know I will. 0-2 here. Here to Holloway. 2 outs. Runner on second. Here in a 2-2 ball game. 2s all around the board here. Newton coming set here. Finds a sign, looks back, now the throw. Swing, foul ball. Off toward the Plato dugout, we stay 0-2. Did I thank Misha yet? Thank you, Misha, for allowing us to do these broadcasts. Think the state of Missouri, but also thank you to Misha a little more specialized. 0-2, next one. Gets away from the catcher, Bush. And that does move. Waters over to third. So the potential go-ahead run over on third, if Holloway manages to find something here. Crocker obviously playing straightaway defense. The only runner that really matters is that play over at first. Not even covering third. 1-2, the next one. Swung on, missed, strike three. They'll say he caught a piece of it, but Bush able to keep hold of it behind home plate. And so this game stays tied. It is the fourth strikeout today for starting pitcher Adam Newton as we head to the bottom of the fourth. We're officially halfway through this one, tied up at 2, back in 60. It's the Class 2 District 9 Baseball Tournament, Z102.3.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Officially halfway through this one, though. Bottom of the fourth incoming. Graham Todd remains on the mound here for the Plato Eagles. A contentious top of the fourth, but at the end of the day, Crocker able to keep those runners from reaching home plate. Now they'll try to take the lead. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 coming up here in this half inning. Things getting started here with Trip Caldwell. Comes to the plate. Bright orange bat. Ready to go. Caldwell 1 for 1 in today's game. Found himself a single back in the second inning, but was left stranded over on second. Looking to get things started here. First pitch, the off-speed pitch that fires the corner. Strike one. Caldwell, Goldsmith, and Bush. Those are your three you're guaranteed to see. Ground ball over toward first. Johnson has it. Todd gonna beat him to the bag. Caldwell trying to slide on in there, but the throw will beat him there for out number one. 3-1 the put out to start the inning. And coming in now, Jesse Goldsmith. Who grounded out 1-3 his first time. So Goldsmith is 0 for 1. Base pads empty, 1 out. First pitch from Todd. Missing high, ball 1. Go over our sponsor list. Next batter, I promise. I got my sponsor list out, so I'll definitely remember. It's time's called here before the 1-0 pitch can be delivered. In fact, let's do it here. I already mentioned, thank you to Justice Electric. Hard Times Grill, Iberia High School. 1-0, missing outside, ball 2. Town and Country Supermarket, Richland Memorial Chapel, Post Pond Store, the Pepsi Bottling Company, New Haven, Iberia Auto Supply, and Heritage Bank out of Plato. 2-0. Foul ball to the right. Not my car, don't care. 2-1. Richland R4 School District, Show Me Pest Control, Big Johnson's Power Washing, Town and Country Bank of Licking, Lakeway R5 High School, Bank of Crocker, Shelter Mutual Insurance, Pennaroyal Antiques, 2-1. Hot the inside half, 2-2. Francherikas Funeral Home, Newcomb Hardware, Life Care Center, Gascasage Electric, Plato High School, Marys County Bank out of Richland, Reeves Auto Upholstery, 2-2 now. Todd brings it home. Breaking ball, good spot, good result. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 now for Todd. First 2 are gone in the bottom of the fourth. And now here comes catcher Tyler Bush. And of course our last 2 district sponsors, Wagon Wheel out of Crocker and Walt's Convenience as well. Again, those are our district sponsors, season sponsors. We've got a few of them as well. First pitch to Bush. Catches the zone, strike one. Thank you to Air Serve, the Marys County Bank. Mailbox it, Lowe Chevrolet, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, and Morse Ford of St. Robert. Shelter Mutual Insurance, St. Robert Auto Supply, and Phelps Health. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. May have already mentioned Phelps Health, but thank you to them, Bank of Iberia, and the Bank of Crocker as well. How you like that? Here's a ground ball back toward the mound here. That's going to get by Todd, but there to pick it up is the third baseman, whose throw is not in time. That's actually going to be an infield single.
13,
as Plato made the play on it, but Bush too quick for him over there. He's able to beat the throw. Crocker's 5th hit of the day. As Bush stands over on first, it's going to be Con Braslin settling in. 0 for 1 on his day. Crocker 2 runs on after 2 outs last inning. See if they have more 2-out magic in them. First pitch, high and inside, ball 1. One 1-0 here. Next pitch to Braslin. That one finds a zone, 1-1. After Braslin would be Harrison if the inning continues on. Then we'd go back to the top of the Crocker order. Bush leading off, big lead over on first. Next pitch, hop in the plate, but Holloway keeping it in front of him behind home plate. Simply goes to 2-1. Bush, the lead like that. Let's look at his stolen base numbers. 2 steals. Has never been caught. Got a perfect steal percentage, but not really sent to run an awful lot anyway. Next pitch, missing low and away. Throw down to first. Bush gets back. 3-1. So Braslin with the good eye here. Got himself into a hitter's count. See if he gets one he likes. Here is the offering from Todd. Swing, high fly ball out towards center. That one's got some distance, but it's playable out there for the center fielder Waters, who makes the catch and brings the inning to a close. So Waters makes the play. Actually, the first fielder out there, the first outfielder not named Andrew Woodruff to make a play today. But he gets it done and sends us on into the top of the 5th. Still tied in this one. Crocker, no runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left on base. Again, top of the 5th coming up here. Still tied. 2 apiece. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 tournament right here at Z102.3.
Congratulations. You're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Or come see me, John Gregory, in Crocker.
Richland schools are very proud of the accomplishment of their students both academically and in athletics. Richland schools take pride in the fact that they encourage their students to be honest, hardworking, dedicated individuals, and to be drug-free. Richland schools also remind you that the future of our nation rests with these children. Support our children. This message is brought by Richland High School.
Again, top of the 5th coming up here. Tied up 2 apiece. An exciting ball game here in this one. Connor Harvard here with you today. Z102.3. Ryan Steinbrink going to kick things off here for the Eagles as they look to reclaim the lead that was once theirs in this one. Of course, Crocker brought it back. Here's a pop-up, though, right side of the infield. Underneath it, second baseman Eli Harrison. He'll make the catch. Tyler Steinbrink here for the first out of the inning. So Steinbrink gone the first pitch of the inning. Here comes Graham Todd once more. Todd, his day, 0 for 2. Struck out swinging last time up. First pitch, high and outside, ball 1. Reached on an error back in inning number 1, ended up scoring. One of 2 Plato runs today. Here's a swing, pop up, directly behind us. Bounces around, 1-1. Lane Johnson on deck. He's your last guaranteed hitter here in the inning. 2, 3, and 4 with 2 already gone. 1 strike pitch, just outside, 2-1. Like I said, a rather large crowd. Has to be expected for a Crocker home game. Here's a swing, another fly ball sent behind us. 2-2. Of course, what's interesting about this, you still have a lot of hangovers from Iberia. Doing a little bit of extra scouting today as they await to see who they'll be playing in tomorrow's championship. 2-strike pitch, the first one anyway. That one misses low, ball 3. Full count here to Todd. He's looking to get on base for the second time today. Here is the payoff pitch. Fly ball left side. If it's fair, it's a good one, but it is foul. Just past the foul line out there and left. Prevents what would have almost certainly have been extra bases here for Todd. He'll have to come back and face another 3-2. So still a full count here as our latest pitcher's duel continues on. Newton got the better of Todd last time, but who wins this one? Through the windup and the pitch, it's going to be Todd who wins this one as he draws ball 4 and the walk. Just off the corner. Todd holding back on it, so another go-ahead base runner aboard. We'll see if Lane Johnson, who's had the hot bat today for the Eagles, he can move that base runner aboard. Or should I say around. Johnson 2 for 2, 2 singles, and an RBI today. He's not wasting any time picking up those hits, although he's going to square up to bunt. Pickoff throw over to second. Todd just taking off for second himself, but he's out. Todd selling out on the pickoff move. Almost got there. Not many more exciting plays than a player who just commits to the bit, but he is going to be thrown out. Wiping away that would-be go-ahead base runner. So 2 away, and now the base pad's empty. I really do geek out sometimes for that play. But now it's a 1-0 count here to Johnson. Shows a lot of faith in your speed to just take off on first movement. It really does. 1-0. Here's a swing, small number right in front of home plate. Going to be picked up by Bush. Throw to first in time. And that'll do it for Plato's top of the 5th. So, still tied up here. Heading on into the bottom of the 5th here. 2-2, 2 apiece. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Nobody left on base. Back in 60, you're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Baseball Tournament. Z102.3.
Do you know why Show Me Pest Control is the #1 pest control company in the area? It's because of their outstanding quality service and their unbeatable prices. Show Me Pest Control is an honest, locally owned company that does what they promise. Show Me Pest Control services all residential and commercial properties. They always make the safety of your family and pets a #1 priority. So make the one and only call for your pest control needs. Call 573-336-7378 or toll free at 1-866-628-PEST or schedule it online at www.showmepest.com and ask about their monthly specials. Show Me Pest Control, #1 for a reason. Winter, spring, summer, and fall, all the seasons bring havoc to your home, sidewalks, and driveways. Bring life back into your projects with Big Johnson Power Washing. They do commercial and residential. Let the experts do the work for you. Call Big Johnson Power Washing. They're mobile, they can go anywhere, and they bring their own water. There is literally no job too big or too small. They're fully insured, and they pride themselves in making sure their customers are completely happy. So don't trust your home and things to just anyone to clean up. Call the pros, and they do give free estimates. Big Johnson Power Washing, 417-533-2010. That's 417-533-2010. Big Johnson Power Washing, proud supporter of the Plato Eagles. Go Eagles!
It's time now for the bottom of the fifth. Here in this one, Z102.3 Class 2 District 9 semifinals. Eli Harrison, not to be confused with Eli Henderson, gonna lay a short ground ball down the third base line. He'll be thrown out over at first. Hayden Pinkston coming up quickly on that one, recording the 5-3 putout to start the inning. By the Crocker PA announcer.